I discovered that I am not the father of my 14-year-old son, and my wife wants to have a happy family with the biological father. But in court, my son spoke up, leaving my wife desperate. The DNA test arrived on a Thursday. I'd ordered it secretly after finding text messages between my wife and her old college boyfriend. Messages about how Dylan had his eyes, how the timing had always been right, how she'd made a choice 14 years ago and now regretted it. My hands shook as I read the results. 0% probability of paternity. I read it 3 times, hoping the words would change. They didn't. That night, I sat across from Veronica at dinner, while Dylan talked about his soccer tournament. I'd coached his team for 6 years, taught him to ride a bike, stayed up all night when he had pneumonia at age 8, been the only father he'd ever known. Watched him grow from a tiny infant into this incredible kid who laughed at my bad jokes and asked my advice about everything. We need to talk, I said, after Dylan went to bed. Veronica knew immediately. Her face went white. You tested him, his real father, Trevor. You've been in contact. She didn't deny it. Instead, she started crying about how she'd made a mistake. How Trevor was successful now, stable, ready to be a real family. How Dylan deserved to know his biological father. Dylan deserves the truth, she said. Trevor wants to be involved. We could all what? Play house? You want me to just disappear? You'll always be important to him, but Trevor is his actual father. I filed for divorce the next morning. Veronica immediately filed for full custody, claiming I had no legal rights since I wasn't the biological parent. Trevor hired an expensive attorney and started showing up at Dylan's soccer games, introducing himself to other parents as Dylan's dad, talking about all the time they'd spend together now. The custody hearing was set for 3 weeks later. During those weeks, Veronica told Dylan everything. I watched my son's face crumble as she explained that Trevor was his real father, that they'd all be together now, one big, happy family. Dylan stopped talking to me, wouldn't return my calls. When I drove by the house, I'd see Trevor's car in the driveway. Veronica said he needed space to process and bond with his biological father. I showed up to court expecting to lose everything. Trevor sat beside Veronica, his hand on her knee, looking confident. Their lawyer had a 3-inch binder of documents proving biological parentage and arguing I had no standing. But then the judge asked Dylan if he wanted to speak. He was old enough to have his voice heard. Dylan stood up, his voice cracked. I know Trevor is my biological father, but he's been alive my whole life and never cared until now. He looked at me. Dad taught me everything. He's been at every game, every parent-teacher conference, every hospital visit. Biology doesn't make you a father. Showing up does. Veronica's face went pale. Dylan, honey, you don't understand. I understand that you lied to everyone, Dylan said. And now you want me to pretend Dad doesn't exist because it's convenient. The judge listened carefully, then asked Trevor a series of questions. What was Dylan's favorite subject? What allergies did he have? What was his best friend's name? Trevor couldn't answer any of them, but I could. The judge granted me full custody rights based on my established parental relationship. Veronica would have to fight for visitation. Trevor was ordered to pay child support, but was not granted custody. Outside the courthouse, Veronica grabbed my arm. You can't take him from me. You tried to erase me from his life, I said. The judge saw exactly who you are. That evening, Dylan moved his stuff back into his room at my place. We ordered pizza and watched his favorite movie like we used to. For a moment, everything felt normal. Then my phone buzzed. A message from Veronica's sister. You need to know something about Trevor. Something they've been hiding. It's about why he really came back. Call me now. I stared at the message, my stomach dropping. My finger hovered over the call button. Dylan looked up from his pizza. Dad, you okay? Who's texting? I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.